The first hit is free. Let me explain. I want you to think back to maybe 20 years ago when the first Harry Potter movies came out and everybody was taking their kids to go see it. And all the kids were coming away wanting to be Harry Potter or any of the other characters in the movie. And then later on, other movies came out that had magic, that had witchcraft, that had witches and warlocks. And we thought those movies were so cool. Black Panther. Yeah, I went there. Black Panther even had Contact with the Dead. And we love that movie. I love that movie. I can admit it. But when I started thinking about spiritual warfare and some of the movies that have either recently come out, like Obsession, or the ones that are coming out in 2027, like Children of Blood and Bone, it made me start thinking about that phrase, the first hit is free, because we have an entire generation of children who have grown up. They're adults now who are having children. They have grown up watching witchcraft, watching the occult, watching people use spells and incantations, watching people access the dead through means that God has not ordained. And these are church folk. I'm not talking about people in the world. We're not talking about them. We're talking about the ones that come to church every Sunday, who send their children to vacation Bible school every summer, who serve on the usher board and sing in the choir, and their kids attend everything that the church has, all the lock-ins and all of that. We're talking about that generation, right? They were introduced to some cool stuff, to see all the special effects that showed the magic happening. They grew up on it. They have been fed a steady diet of it. And now some of the movies that are coming out now are going even deeper. The first hit was free. And we can't be surprised that our children, who are now adults, or our grandchildren, we can't be surprised that we're suddenly enthralled by the idea of witchcraft, of satanic things, when we kept giving them those hits for free. And now we're surprised when our children who were brought up in church started talking about needing crystals and sage. The first hit was free. I believe it was C.S. Lewis that said every inch of territory is claimed by God and at the same time being counterclaimed by Satan. Y'all, it's up to us as the church to begin to prepare and learn how to talk to people who have been involved in the occult, who've been involved in doing things that were not ordained by God, that God specifically forbade in the Old Testament or in the New Testament. We don't do things that God has said not to do. It doesn't matter how cool the movies made it look. It doesn't matter anymore. Like, what are we doing if we are not wholeheartedly going after the lost? And now, sadly, the lost doesn't just include the people outside the church. The lost includes the ones in church who have these syncretic views where it's okay to read your Bible and you still burn sage. And we've never taught them any different. The first hit was free.